Okay, so I got everything hooked up to this. I've got the router over here. I want to put it over here. So everything's hooked up back here. We get a router, we got mice, keyboard, sound out to the stereo if I wanted to hook that up. We're going to go and see if this one will fire up or not. It has not been turned on since it was in that case. So it hasn't been in this case in quite some time. I'm trying to remember. Okay, to see if all the buttons work. Okay, there's no DVI cable. Okay. Is the monitor going to auto detect the VGA? I hear the thing fire up. I see it's powered on. I see hard drive activity, which is great. But this monitor, it says, okay, auto select. So if it's on auto select now, then it should. Okay, so okay, and this is going to boot up with Windows. It's going to be it's been updated heavily, but it will. It's one of the ones that it won't, due to the architecture of this processor. We shouldn't have to worry about anything as far as Windows 11 is concerned. It cannot update to it because it's not supported, is what they say. So, yeah, okay, we should be good. So, now, let me see. Is there a hard drive in here? Okay. So these are how the hard drives pop out of here. And you have these buttons here that just go through the case and they push it. So this is a home theater media PC. I really don't know if this is the name of the company or if somebody put a sticker on here, but originally the hard drive is also named that. So this is from Sierra Auctions. I should actually just get this off of here and remove the sticker and clean this poor thing up. It's got scratches and getting devices ready. So since it's hooked to the internet, it's going to try and do all sorts of wild madness. At least put the sticker somewhere else on the back of it, or something else. Just put it right there. Okay. So I don't know if these were like legit, or is it just somebody's homemade computer. I think you could buy this, is what I think, but I'm not sure. I think it's Friday, July 19th. But yet it's connected to the internet. It's interesting. I've got to go over here and turn this off. It's amazing how powerful the static of something is. Yeah. It's definitely as slow as ever. I think there's 8 or 4 gigabytes of RAM in it. But this is how slow this computer has always been. Real slow. It would take that long for all these things to populate. Now, I think a different disk drive would probably be helpful. But it's still thinking and thinking. Now, we can overclock it also. That's another thing that's great, but let's see here. System. Okay. Super slow. When we were to do the Control-Alt-Delete and pull up all that, we would see what's going on. I'm just waiting just for even Task Manager to open at this point. That's how slow it is. I've pushed Control-Alt-Delete, but nothing is happening. It's still sitting here. It's still trying to open System, and it has not opened any other stuff. with the NVIDIA settings. I'm wondering why we have NVIDIA on here. Trying to do something. Okay. Automatically. Okay, let's check for updates on NVIDIA. Okay, system. We only have 4 gigabytes of RAM, so that's really not enough to really make this thing do well. So there's 2 cards in there, and I can pop the cover off of this, and one of these ones over here will fit in there, I think. But ultimately, I need to order some RAM. This is the Intel Core 2 Duo E8400 at 3 gigahertz. And then also there's another thing. What is this? Oh boy. This is like so slow. Okay. Let's go ahead and close that. Alright, well, we got the task manager finally. I wasn't hitting control, I was hitting the G5 key instead. Alright. You see it's using 88% of the CPU, 58% of the RAM, and 100% of the disk. I'm guessing it's probably doing some update or something, like we had seen previously on a couple of the other computers, and we just couldn't get them to perform very well. Because when the disk says it's 100%, it means it's writing something to the disk, or it's reading a whole lot of stuff. And you can see this, I don't know what Acer update would be for, but the performance, we can look at it over here, and we can see the speed we're running at, and all that other stuff. Startup. So, I'm not seeing what the hell is really taxing the hard drive. 0.8. So whatever it is pretty slow. So anyway, well, we're gonna let this do its thing for a while. And I don't know what it's trying to open here. It was something that it's not showing anything, Adobe Reader. We'll go ahead and close that. Okay. It definitely, it had all these things hooked up to it before, so I don't know why it's suddenly having an issue where it thinks all the hardware has changed. Okay. So the keyboard's ready, I guess. Let me see here. So it's a gaming keyboard. Okay. And we had the Dell monitor. So this keyboard is actually kind of neat because it has some USBs on it somewhere. But what I was concerned about was this NVIDIA settings. Okay, check for updates. We're just going to let it do all of its stuff that it probably is trying to do anyways, which is check for updates. I removed a lot of software off of this thing previously, trying to see if I could speed it up and stuff, and it didn't really help. So anyway, this deal here has basically a hard drive out of another computer that wasn't this motherboard. It was successfully installed, and then it was validated from Windows 7 to Windows 10 Home, and it's always ran really slow, but I don't think that's the reason why. I definitely think it ran better when it was the other operating system, Windows 7. But at that time, it actually wasn't, I don't think it was running on that motherboard. I can't remember. So the operating system started its life as a an AMD board. So that disk is just still sitting there 100%. So we're just going to go ahead and let this thing do its thing. I'm going to get onto this one, and I'm going to pull the motherboard out of it, pull the motherboard out of the other one, because I don't have a desire for having more than one of these type of styles. I've got this one, and then I've got another one over by the radios that is rack mounted kind of, so I need a tower. But I may actually just abandon the whole thing for now, because if I can get this to run decently fast by putting more RAM in it and all that, then maybe this will be good enough for what I need.